Before answering to your questions, thank you for arranging this opportunity. I'm so glad that marketing team is doing a fantastic job to promote SID. To answer to your question, I was in 3 companies, IBM, Kodak, and Konica Minolta. I have been in display industry career since I joined my first company, IBM. In that sense, I think I was quite lucky. Especially no one knows the technology the person is working on becomes mainstream or not. But in my case, OLED became very popular in the end. And it was quite lucky I could contribute to it. My first career was development of large TFT LCDs, and then was assigned for the development of large OLED displays. So I was working on enlarging the display size limit for many years. Then I moved to Kodak, as Kodak and Sanyo were starting the world's first AMOLED manufacturing line, so-called SK Display. So I thought I should join the effort for the center of OLED industry. Since then, I'm working on OLED. I actually received a PhD degree after I joined companies. OLED was believed to be suitable for televisions. However, according to my experience in SK Display, manufacturing defect density using shadow mask evaporation was not sufficient at all to make large display size. Although white plus color filter technology was more suitable for large size, everyone was thinking it cannot achieve low power consumption and color saturation at the same time. But I thought such trade-off can be solved according to my theory. So demonstrated 100% NTSC OLED TV technology in IDW 2008, and that made today's OLED TV business happen. I thought my work to make OLED display industry was successfully completed, so that is why now I'm engaging in flexible OLED new application development in Konica Minolta now. Now everybody believes OLED is a competitive technology. However, 10 or 15 years ago, nobody believed so. At that time, the most expensive 2.5-inch LCD display was $15, while OLED 2.5-inch costed like $50. Everybody agreed that OLED display is beautiful, but there was no one who was having trouble with LCD quality. My company wanted to stop OLED business, but I was trying to persuade my management. Honestly, at first, I was not good at talking with other people. However, I had a passion to commercialize the OLED display in spite of my company's intention. So not only working on the technology development, I also went to many customers, talking with other companies' management to get investment or to get collaboration. I myself calculated all the P&Ls. Many customers said my displays are beautiful and impressive, so that is why I thought talking with the customer is a kind of fun, and was wishing to make more impressive displays. And finally, such passion led to the development of 100% NTSC OLED TV technology, which became mainstream today. I think I could learn how to persuade people and also learn that total business scenario is quite important to bring promising technology to real business. New emerging technology often comes with very high cost at the beginning. Of course, rival technologies exist in the market. For OLED, it was LCDs. To make the new technology popular, there must be a good reason for end users to buy them. One important trigger that enabled the use of OLED was the emergence of smartphones. It requires touch operation. However, some popular LCD technologies had issues with touch operation that remains finger smear after touch. Such issues are already solved in the current LCD displays, but it was the moment OLED could sneak into the market and could appeal its other strengths, such as contrast ratio. Also, large market efforts made people feel that OLED is a premium screen. Good marketing is essential for a good technology to be prevailed. At that time, all OLED people in the field are struggling to make a market together. No rivals at the time, everybody had a passion to bring that great technology to the market. Of course, many opinions, so we had a lot of debates internally and externally. I think everybody's such passion enabled the OLED television market. 3 years ago, I proposed to have OLED 30th anniversary event in SID Display Week. 300 OLED people got together to chat about the effort we had for the commercialization. I thought it was the proof we had global teamwork to make it happen. In my case, I joined my first company as an engineer, so my first dream was to make a technical appeal in the conference. That dream came true, and then I wanted to make something that people are surprised at, and I could make large OLED. That also came true, and then wished to make a product, and that also came true. Then wished to make a market, wished to change the company direction, wished to involve other companies, and so on. Starting from small dream, then expanded my dream step by step. Just try to do the best work for the next step every time, and then looking backwards, I could learn development, business, marketing, and everything. I remember Steve Jobs said similar thing. We can know that the dots were connected looking backwards, but cannot know them in advance. So I think what is important is to try the best for your next step every time, every day. I knew about SID as soon as I joined IBM, and I was wishing to have a chance to present. At the time, Toshiba was the partner of IBM. I asked Toshiba Ibaraki-san, who everybody would know, if I can present my new idea. I was told it was too premature, so I was trying to find a chance to present. My first presentation was IDRC 1994 in Montreal. You may know we had Bob Wisniff, IBM Quantum Computing CTO, in the last display week as a keynote speaker. At the time of IDRC, he rented a Lincoln Town car and ran on the Pacific Coast Highway with me. The scenery was quite beautiful, but I was not afford to enjoy it because I was so nervous at the time. After having several presentation experience, the US colleague introduced me to the program committee. It gave me very useful experience. The committee had many famous researchers, where I had to make debates about the paper quality. I did not want to lose in the debate, so I studied hard to win the debate and decided my goal is to win at least one or two in the meeting. I could win the debate sometimes, and that brought me some confidences. Committee people from different companies or different colleges have different viewpoints that gave me new insights how to think of new issues. It is quite important for young people to have a chance to talk with the outer world people. Society like Japan does not have much diversity, not much variation in the tribes, opinions, lifestyles, and people are thinking it is normal. However, to make a great work that can influence worldwide, it would be quite important to talk with outer world. In the US, there are various people, various opinions. For the non-US engineers, I recommend them to jump out of the cage. To change the world, he or she must know the world. To do so, courage is quite important. Don't be afraid of the outer world and just jump out. There are so many areas you can play the game. To do so, I strongly suggest them to apply for the SID volunteer role. As SID is a big society, we have a lot of positions for the volunteer works. Yes, marketing, technical symposium reviewers, magazine editors, online event coordinators, new event coordinators such as Women in Tech or CEO Forum, so many. Some are occupied and some are not. If the position you want to work matches with the unoccupied position, that would be great. Even if it is occupied already, we would like to find a space for talented volunteers. Please contact any of our executive members. Submitting a paper and making a presentation can be your first opportunity for the proposal, and that would become very important in your career. You have to effectively appeal your work to the reviewers, and after it passes, you need to effectively appeal to the audience. Have to make a good strategy how to make the reviewers and the audience interested in your work. Also, someone in the audience might be interested in your work, and that may lead to the great business chance. Such a lesson by the paper submission would let you understand how to convince people. You would be able to use the lesson learned for the job interviews, fundraising, project proposal, or anything. So I think it might be reasonable to think that the paper submission can open your capability for the next chance. The criteria to become the committee member depends on the subcommittee of your technical field. But basically, if you think you have enough knowledge and experience to review other people's work, then try contacting with the SID executives, general chair or program chairs, whose contact information are on the SID website. He or she will surely connect you to the appropriate person. And the next step would be how you propose the merit for the committee to have you as a member. I hope you have a good luck with it.